What if I told you there's one simple habit that could make you more confident on the dance floor, more resilient after tough results, and more magnetic in your performance, and it takes less than 10 seconds a day? It's not more practice, it's not better costumes, it's not even better technique. It's probably something you're overlooking, not because it's unimportant, but because it doesn't register as mental strength training. Hey, it's your pal, the Dancing Housewife, and welcome to another episode of the Dancing Housewife podcast, where we cover everything you ever wanted to know about ballroom dancing. Today, we're talking about something that might not sound very glamorous, but it might be one of the most powerful competitive advantages you could ever develop as a dancer: gratitude. And I'm not talking about the holiday meal version where you go around the table and everyone says what they're thankful for. I'm talking about daily gratitude as a mental training practice. One rep every day that creates a powerful chain reaction in your brain. When you practice gratitude, it builds hope. Over time, hope builds optimism, which increases mental strength and improves your dancing. So if you want to feel more confident on the dance floor, less rattled by placements, more steady in your progress, and more resilient during plateaus, stick around, because this episode is for you. Your brain is wired to look for what's wrong. There's actually a name for this, and it's negativity bias. It's not because you're dramatic, it's not because you're insecure, it's not because ballroom is uniquely brutal. It's biology. From an evolutionary standpoint, the human brain was developed to survive, to scan for threats, mistakes, and danger to keep us safe. That wiring has been around since early human ancestors walked the earth millions of years ago, which means your brain is automatically going to notice the missteps, balance problems, the judges who didn't look at you, the couple who placed above you, the critique you didn't like. Your brain replays mistakes 10 times louder than the 10 beautiful things you did well. Does it sound familiar? If it is, don't worry, you're not alone. It's negativity bias. Now here's where gratitude comes in. Every time you intentionally pause and recognize something that went well, even something tiny, you interrupt that bias. You train your brain to look for what's working instead of what's not. And when you practice that consistently, something shifts in your brain. You regulate your emotions better after heats. You become less reactive to results. You stay calmer under pressure. You see corrections as information instead of criticism. And you recover faster from bad rounds. Gratitude is not fluffy. Gratitude is mental conditioning. It is literally retraining your attention. And in dance, attention is everything. Now let's talk about hope, because here's where it gets really powerful. When you consistently notice and are grateful for progress, even microscopic progress, your brain starts collecting evidence that you're improving, that you can handle hard things, that growth is happening, that effort is paying off. And that evidence creates something incredibly important in dance: hope. Now let's define hope correctly. Hope is not pretending your weaknesses don't exist or ignoring tough results. It's not smiling through disappointment. Hope is the belief that your dancing can improve and that you have influence over that improvement. That's it. Gratitude gives your brain proof that progress is possible. When you can say, "Today I'm thankful that my frame felt stronger, that my timing was cleaner, that I stayed mentally steady even though I was nervous, that I handled that correction better than I would have 6 months ago," you're building hope. And hopeful dancers don't quit during plateaus. They don't spiral after one competition. They don't define themselves by one placement. Hope keeps you in the game. And ballroom is absolutely a long game. When gratitude builds hope, hope naturally evolves into optimism over time. Now let's clear something else up. Optimism is not everything will be perfect. It's not I'll win every scholarship. I'll never have a bad round. Optimism in ballroom looks like this: I can handle this. This correction will help me. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm getting there. This judge's feedback is information. It doesn't impact my identity. Optimism is confidence in your ability to respond. Optimistic dancers adjust faster between heats. They have better floor craft because they stay composed during the chaos that comes from crowded dance floors. They bounce back quicker after mistakes. They're coachable, and they enjoy the process more. And here's the truth no one talks about enough. Optimism makes you more attractive on the dance floor because steadiness reads as confidence, calm reads as control, presence reads as power. Judges can feel that, your partner can feel that, the audience can feel that. Optimism isn't naive, it's powerful. Now let's complete the chain reaction. Gratitude builds hope, hope over time builds optimism, and optimism builds mental strength because it improves the quality of your mindset. And all of it results in better decision-making mid-dance, less emotional volatility, more focus in lessons, faster recovery after critiques and mistakes, more consistent performances. This is why gratitude is not just a nice personal habit. It's a competitive edge. It turns disappointment into data for improvement, corrections into opportunities, nerves into energy, pressure into possibility. It protects your love of dance. And that might be the most important part, because if you lose joy, you lose longevity. So here's your practical takeaway. Tonight, before you go to bed or even in your car after a lesson, ask yourself one simple question. What's one good thing from today, or especially from today's dancing, that I don't want to overlook? Just one. Not a journal entry, not a list of 10, not a performance review, just one moment, one small win, one improvement, one brave attempt, one correction handled well, one moment of connection with your partner, one time you stayed calm when you normally wouldn't. That's it. And next, allow yourself to feel the warmth of gratitude wash over your body. Feel really grateful for that one small thing. And then do it again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next. If you do this for 30 days, you will feel the shift. You'll feel more grounded, more hopeful, more optimistic, more steady, more confident. Gratitude rewires your focus. And where focus goes, performance follows. Thanks for tuning in today. If this episode resonated with you, drop a comment, hit like, subscribe, and share it with your pro, your partner, your dance friends, or someone who needs a reminder that progress is happening, even when it feels slow. And if you're looking to strengthen your competitive mindset, build resilience, and train your brain the same way you train your body, you can find me on the USA Dance vendor marketplace at usadance.org, or scan the QR code to learn more about my group mental performance training sessions, especially for ballroom dancers. This is the Dancing Housewife signing off, and until next time, happy dancing!